Tom, it's the new rules of Scrabble. You can't use that.
Dude, cuck is definitely a word.
No,
Like
you
cuckold,
can't.
like.
I can't. I'm reading the new 2020 rules right here. You can't use that word.
Okay, fine.
I'm gonna use my word now. Okay, it's my turn. I'm skipping you now.
Oh, thanks. That's really equitable of you.
Yeah.
Okay, just whatever. Go.
Republican.
Ooh, yeah. Joke's on you, buddy. 'Cause that's also racist. Okay.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Okay. I'm up. I just got new chips here. Transvestite.
Nope. Gotta do that again. Let me go through mine. White.
Oh, yeah. That's
Never mind.
All right.
Can't use that one.
Okay, dude, they can't. Okay, there's no way this one can't. Dog?
I think you're good.
Wait, hold up. There's a clause offensive to women. Fuck.
Oh shit. I'm Steve.
I'm Tom.
And this is Demagogue News with things you need to know about episode 39.
Hell yeah.
We got financial systems ending. We got pedophiles. We got the culture war.
Yeah, we got an open letter. A little too late.
And that's it. Tom,
Yeah.
the world sucks again. It is July 9th, and things are crazy.
Yeah, it's July 9th, and I still can't get bar seating, which is fucking garbage. So,
It's actually, I don't understand that one.
yeah, me neither.
So actually,
what the shit, yo.
Last night, me and my girlfriend, we went to the Bellagio. We walked around the strip.
Oh, really? How
Yeah.
was it?
It was very interesting. Parking's free, by the way. That was fun.
That makes me feel a lot less special now.
Yeah, no. I thought the park employee was like, no, it's free now. So MGM properties are going full Corona protection with all the plexiglass everywhere. Caesars, they'll go fuck.
Oh, they're pretty
You
cool
can go to a
guys.
table and just have a grand old time. Harris don't care. Every other machine is off, and every casino has seemed to change their layout because there's like no fucking tables. It's all machines. Like where the craps tables used to be in the Bellagio, that's all gone now. It's all just random machines everywhere.
Damn.
It's really strange. And I was gonna smoke, and I didn't know if I could do that with my mask on, so I like hid in the corner next to the bathrooms. I'm like, okay, I'm around nobody. This should be okay. And then the entire time I saw security people, and they were just staring at me like, I'm away from everybody. Leave my ass alone. But for what was that, Wednesday night? There was people there. There was people on the strip, like walking around doing the thing, drinking, and
Really?
I expected less people.
Okay, that's good. That's a little reassuring.
I wouldn't say that it was like banging busy in the Bellagio, but there were people in there. There were people in, Caesars. They were in there. So I was like, okay, well that's good. Most of them are. I could tell most of them are tourists. So I'm like, that's good.
Oh, yeah, that's even better if they're tourists. Because, if you're a local people, all you have to do is like drive in. But most of the revenue is from tourists.
Right. So they're flying in. They're spending money. McCarran's getting business. The hotel rooms are being filled up. I was like, okay, that's good.
Yeah, it is. Because I'm glad you said that because I'd read something from the Las Vegas Review-Journal that like strip casinos were going to start laying more people off.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be, because still a lot of properties were closed.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if maybe like Mirage doesn't open or Venetian just doesn't open and they're going to be laid off because they can't support having all of the employees because still half the casinos are closed.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't MGM still closed?
Like MGM Grand?
Yeah.
I would believe so.
I believe so.
Way too large.
And there's a lot of fucking employees in MGM Grand, and every casino's at half capacity anyways. So there's half the employees anyways. So 3/4 of people are still not employed. Yeah, I don't know, but that's just our hometown news. That's just a little segment of what's going around in the world.
Yeah, if we want to branch out into the
rest of the United States.
Yeah, so a little story that's kind of encapsulated the entire nation right now is Ghislaine Maxwell, which we covered a little bit about beforehand. She's, as of right now, still in like this intensive like isolated unit because she has COVID-19.
They also I believe I read they took away her bed sheets so she can't pull a Jeffrey.
Okay, that's good. That's a step in the right direction.
Please.
Other than that, though, I like watched a little bit about it. So she's very unlikely to throw somebody like Prince Andrew under the bus because I guess he's responsible for her little like socialite career in New York City, which
Interesting.
I didn't even know this. I guess she had like 12 different bank accounts in the United States alone.
That's convenient.
Yeah, ranging from $500,000 to I think one of them had 20 million.
I'm sure none of that is from money laundering at all.
Yeah, none.
Nah.
Like,
it's
yeah, I
fine.
get it. Her dad was rich, but like, yeah, I think one of them was like, oh yeah, well she had a property and she just sold it. It's like, well, how did she get that property?
Who gave? That's how Jeffrey got a mansion. I believe it was sold to him for like $1,000
Oh boy,
for like a mansion. It's giving somebody a fucking mansion.
it's like, oh, that's my
Paid good money for that. Yep,
yeah,
thousand
hey,
buckaroos.
Jeffrey, I need you to run this pedo palace out here in the Florida Keys.
So yeah, I'll give you the house and you can have it after we're done. It's just for one party. I'll give you the house. Yeah.
It's a sick game. She's had relationships with former President Clinton. He's actually been on the island where hundreds of these assaults occurred.
Multiple times. He was on Lolita Express 28 times.
Oh shit! But he's totally innocent.
He's fine.
Pictures of him with current President Donald Trump.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm sure Orange Man did nothing wrong.
Funny that you mentioned that because Trump is the only one who ever spoke out against Epstein. I think it was in 2009. He had like mentioned to authorities that some fucky shit might be happening.
I remember apparently there was an incident where Jeffrey was grooming a 15-year-old girl in Mar-a-Lago, and he personally kicked him out.
Good.
And he was barred from Mar-a-Lago. So I mean, there you go. You can't do that shit on my golf course. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. But I mean, there's multiple pictures of Jeffrey and Donald.
Yeah, there are.
They see that as incriminating, but I don't believe Donald was ever on his plane because he had his own goddamn plane. He doesn't need to go on his fucking stupid ass plane.
Yeah, he's got a plane with his name in very bold, big letters.
Black, gold, and red. Yeah, and I think the most interesting thing is that they're saying that she has backups of a lot of information.
Isn't it called like the Black Book or
that
like
Ghislaine has information stashed away somewhere that they think she's going to use as the massive parlay to not be executed or put in prison for life. If she can get a witness protection and just disappear in exchange for drug, you sell out your drug lord and they make you disappear. Sell out your pedophile friends and maybe you won't go to we won't execute you.
She'll get a nice new identity in South Africa.
Yeah. Galani. Guadalupe.
Yeah, right. Like Guadalupe, even though she's like,
I don't know. What is she? She's Jewish, right? Or is she Italian?
Know. I have no clue.
I don't know.
Her last name's Maxwell.
Right.
Yeah, she's a pedophile.
Yeah, probably. Well, that's the interesting thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now pictures have come up because now she's so popular. Have you ever heard of Madeleine McCann?
This sounds super familiar.
Little girl disappeared. Nobody could find her. There's a picture of her, this little girl, Madeleine McCann, wearing a My Little House on the Prairie little outfit, and there's a woman's half of a woman's face right behind her. And apparently this is the last picture of Madeleine McCann. It kind of looks like Ghislaine.
Oh,
they believe that Ghislaine Maxwell took her to be used.
Oh my God, that's
because now
sinister.
all the internet autists that go and are surprisingly effective in their investigative skills are trying to see, because you can see her nose, you can see some hair and a cheek. That's what you can see. And supposedly there is a police sketch of who they believe was with her.
Okay, I did see the sketch, and it looks a lot like her.
If you squint, you're like, well, goddamn, what the fuck does that look like? A certain, Italian-looking lady right there. So I'm very interested to see when the court date's gonna happen for her. If she speaks, if she dies, if she because things are falling into place. Funny enough, at the exact same time as everything fucking else.
Mm-hmm.
Conveniently,
it's 2020. We don't get it one at a time.
It's 2020. It's just one ass raping after another. It's just a gangbang. The gangbang year, 2020. one after another.
That
Just
makes
running,
me feel great.
just run and train, run and train. Yeah, and that's I mean, it comes back to like everything we've been seeing, all the back and forth. Like, there's so many things to talk about that have happened in the last 4 days.
Yeah.
Facebook previously said they're not going to change their advertising rules because there's been a boycott Facebook by advertisers to remove, these bigoted and racist content on Facebook.
Yeah.
Now he has recanted his previous statement and said he will do a clean sweep of Facebook.
Mark Zuckerberg, you.
The Zuck gets zucked.
Oh my God, fuck that guy.
That's wild.
He dropped to his knees. It happened.
The money man hit him right in the back. Said, "Get down, bitch."
It took a while, but they broke him.
Yeah. Or the fact that Reddit has made, good old Reddit, the front page of the internet, has basically made a statement that no videos showing a person of color being an aggressor is allowed on Reddit.
Oh, man.
What does that mean?
Yeah, so hold on. So, like, people of color can't be aggressive?
No. It's racist if you post it.
Oh, wow.
So, and we don't allow racist content on our platform, so that is going to be censored. You can't post that. You're going to be banned.
Oh, man. Like, that's the censorship right now.
Well, they're trained Marxists, That's par for the course for anybody,
Yeah, for anyone who's been following Black Lives Matter, which is a blatantly Marxist organization.
Their words, not ours.
Yeah. And Don Lemon had a nice little chat with Terry Crews.
Yeah, I saw that. How did that go? Did you watch it?
Only bits and pieces. It was shitty, and because Terry Crews asked the question, like, what about black people who are being killed, like, by other black people? And Don Lemon's response to that was, "Oh, well, this is about," and he says the quiet part out loud. He says, "Oh, this is about police brutality. Like, you don't have these are his words. You don't have an organization, like for cancer, and then you also talk about HIV. That's a different organization." It's like, but you're saying Black lives in it.
The important part is the black people part, right?
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
We're all above board on that. So what happens when they're eating their own? Do we fix that? Can't talk about that.
Mm-mm.
They're gonna kill Terry Crews.
They're going
socially,
to kill him.
He will be evil.
Yep.
He works out a lot. That's pretty alt-right of him.
Oh, man.
He's in shape.
He's a masculine dude.
There's a lot of testosterone in there.
Patriarchy. He's internalized the patriarchy.
That's disgusting. He is athletic and takes care of his body.
And, has a nuclear family. And, oh, man.
Has got a wife and children, and they're together still. I don't know. Sounds pretty Republican to me, Terry Crews.
Yeah, he's a racist.
Absolutely.
But it is hilarious, though, with New York and Chicago experiencing, like, record high.
The worst weekends in recent years.
But it was the police. Oh, and Atlanta, too. They're also getting shit on.
Atlanta's having a bad time. I even read after the governor activated the National Guard.
Yeah, I haven't seen the effects of that
either.
Yeah,
how's that going to work? They're going to have Humvees on the streets? I thought we don't want Humvees on the streets. I thought that's what we don't want.
Can you really blame them, though? If the police is getting defunded, like, who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters. Call Dan Aykroyd. He knows the things. He's got the crystal skulls. He needs to go talk to the UFOs. Dan Aykroyd's got the answers. Get Harold Ramis, too, for good measure.
Ever since what was the name? Obviously you're not gonna. I think her name was Sakura Turner. The little girl who was shot in the little like mini Chaz in Atlanta. That's around like the Wendy's that Rayshard Brooks was shot at.
I didn't know her name.
Yeah, right.
A little girl. Yeah,
shot
dead.
Shot. Obviously you didn't see it on the news, and her mother had gone on. Obviously like pretty choked up considering her fucking daughter just died.
Murdered.
Yeah, murdered. So her words were, "You say Black Lives Matter, and yet you kill your own."
Well, that she's obviously a racist.
Yeah, it must be racist or not.
I saw a wonderful video. I don't know how exactly accurate it is, but it was an interview. The man said that his son died in Chaz.
Are you talking about the dude?
And he said he got a phone call from somebody. Our boy Donnie T. Donald Trump got his phone number and personally called him. And he didn't say Orange Man is good. No. But he said, "I'll remind you, one person that called me was President Trump." I'm like, that's interesting.
Yeah, the guy said, like, I told him, don't. I told him nobody like you.
Hey, yeah, I told him, hey, ain't nobody like you, man, but I appreciate it. That's pretty fucking funny, but that's pretty fucking cool too.
Yeah, it is. No, definitely.
You wouldn't think that Jenny Durkin, where were you?
Yeah, did he get a call from Jenny
You
Durkin?
Jenny Durkin? What
No.
about Miss Best? Police captain. Sorry, the police suck so much we couldn't get there, and your son died because people told us to leave and we did.
Yeah.
And we decided we'll just acquiesce to their terms, and then by not being there with your tax dollars, we didn't stop that from happening to your child. Apologize. Sorry about that.
Yeah, like that's fucked. Or even Jenny Durkin, like, hey, if I didn't allow Chaz, your son would still be alive.
But it was more important to have Chaz.
Yeah.
Don't be sad that it's happened. Don't be sad that it's gone. Be happy that it
The
happened.
summer of love.
Ugh.
That's what love looks like. I am extra straight on not getting ever loved ever.
If that's love, then I hate everybody. How about that?
Yeah, just like dirty and grimy. Anyway, though,
Yeah, the culture war is getting funky, Tom.
yeah, now it's gotten weird. Okay, so this kind of dates back to like the '60s when, if you recall,
And you hate Ashbury?
Ashbury.
Yeah, the San Francisco area. What are you saying?
Oh, I didn't look into that. The San Francisco, although that probably ties into this.
Probably.
Like mainly, like if you remember, like there were riots at the Democratic National Convention in Chicago in '68.
Interesting.
If you remember, we mentioned it at an earlier podcast that Richard Nixon won that year, partially because of the riots countrywide. But essentially,
What were the riots for in '68? Because
it was still race
was
riots.
it just civil rights? Okay.
Yeah, it was like still echoes. It's sort of like
Of
when
Civil Rights Act and all that
yes,
good stuff.
or
Yeah.
like when they ended slavery, but some people were still holding slaves. Kind of like that, where like civil rights had happened, but there was still some like Jim Crow.
But I
shit
don't want
going
him in my
on.
business. I just don't want him in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the Democratic Party made a pact with like the radical wing. They said like, hey, listen, like people like us more. If you guys are just like along for the ride, if you ride shoddy, we can do this together. We'll have like little, pre-established coalition, and we can run this. And it's kind of snowballed from there, slowly but surely, until now, where the snowball is a gigantic like glacier, like it's
Fucking
an avalanche. Yeah, that's a great word for it. And they can't stop it. The radicals have definitely taken over the Democratic Party, where their original argument where, hey, people like us because they can reason with us and stuff, that's out the window because the radicals are like, dude, we own the fucking media.
Who gives a fuck? We make the truth.
Yeah.
We print facts, baby.
That's like, yeah, we run the schools. Like, so where's your argument? Like, get the fuck out of the driver's seat.
We'll
Like,
just change the definition, bro. And then we're good. We'll just edit it.
I mean, that is how they work.
It's
actually.
it's exactly how they work.
Love that whiteout.
And it's getting very spooky. Like, when will we see doctored images that are said to be official?
Probably
Like official
now.
images, and then some weird fucking somewhere in the internet will have that original picture and be like, no, it's false.
Yeah.
And then they get claimed as being fake for that being a Photoshop picture.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucky.
So some member, like the center left, even you've seen that the center left is still the majority of the party. Joe Biden won the Democratic primary. And yet at the same time, they just aren't vocal. So with the extreme left in the driver's seat, Joe Biden has, you want to go into Joe Biden's newest thing?
No. Well,
Or do we could save
no,
that for
we
later?
keep going on that because even center right is completely silent.
Yeah, they're quiet too.
It's like a valley and two hills. And everyone hears what people hear on the hills, but most of the people live in the valley.
yeah.
But you don't hear shit from them. So you think, oh, well, that people, they are all just, we know what they're talking about. No one's saying anything down there.
Mm-mm.
But I think Joe Biden's declared his nationality. I think he's decided what team he's on. He's just spoken out against the police. That the police
Yeah.
are, quote, the enemies now.
After all those years of him being partnered with police unions, he just threw it all away.
He just threw it all away because you know what's more important? Winning to beat. No. Not, you don't just win 2020. You got to beat Orange Man.
Yeah.
You got to beat Orange Man.
That is their
And Orange Man
everything.
likes the Law and Order.
Oh yeah, he loves the police.
He loves the police.
That's his
So
thing.
what are you? I'm not the police. Yep.
There's a lot more not police. I can win this thing.
Oh, no, if I say not police more times, they'll vote for me. Not police, not police, not police, not police. Yeah, Joe is, and I saw some clips from the rest of that talk.
Uh-huh.
Joe, that one speech he had where he was speaking clearly with Bernie.
Yeah.
Whatever drugs he took, he
The
needs to start
debate?
taking them. He needs to start taking them because it's not any better right now. It's the stuttering. When he speaks about things, he can't get a clear point across. He has to I think in his head he has a thesaurus that he figures out the simpler word because he can't remember what the complicated word is.
Man.
And he can't even converse when he must have a teleprompter. He must.
Yeah.
When he
has
speaks
to.
clearly, because he cannot speak ad lib at all. He cannot. It's impossible. And that's every single day. It's well, do we just sit on our laurels as the fact that Trump is going to be president? Because there's no way that this can be a representation of what you want for the Democratic Party. Or is the only objective just not Orange Man? Oh, wait. The only objective is not Orange Man. If there's literally a pile of shit that could talk, it'd be better than Orange Man.
Yeah.
As long as it had a blue piece of shit instead of a red piece of shit.
Yeah. You don't want Mr. Nazi racial purity guy. It's oh boy.
Heil Clinton.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a Democrat.
Yeah, it's I believe in big government programs, but I also believe in racial. Which actually that sounds a lot like
Well, when Aaron Burr becomes a Democratic representative just to be able to beat Hamilton's father-in-law to become a senator, you just kind of become whatever party works for you.
You just got to play the game.
Just got to play the game.
So, even with the nominee, pretty much having strings that pull his limbs, some of the center left have decided to try to take their party back when there's already an avalanche coming towards them. So, just recently, it was either yesterday or the day before, there was an open letter. Let me pull up the title here. So, it's officially titled A Letter on Justice and Open Debate.
Sounds great.
So essentially what the letter addresses is that, debate is no longer a thing. It's essentially addressing cancel culture without saying it, that by shutting out people, you have eliminated any chance at persuading them. And then every other sentence, because most of the people, it was 150 signatures.
That's 150 racists right there.
Oh, boy. Now they are. So, and some of the more prolific names are J.K. Rowling, Steven Pinker, Fareed Zakaria.
Oh, but the left hates Steven Pinker.
Yeah, they do. Which is weird, too, because he's not a right-wing guy.
No, he's not right. Also, Jordan Peterson is not right-wing.
Yeah. That's another.
But it doesn't matter.
That's one of the funny. Only Jordan Peterson fans know that he is not a right-wing.
He's not a right-wing Republican. But that doesn't matter anymore.
Nah. If you don't toe the line, if you're not with us, you're against us. So, only that. There is no other policy.
Get a toe over? Over.
Oh, over. So every other paragraph, it starts talking about how Orange Man is bad because they're still trying to convince the cancel culture people.
Orange Man is still bad, guys.
Yeah,
Don't worry. He's still bad.
They even blame him for part of it at one point, which I was laughing my ass off. It's Donald Trump shuts down debates, and that was why we need to not be like him. I laughed all by myself at reading that. But hey, however you want to sell it. So was it received warmly? No. Actually, people are immediately started attacking the signers of this letter.
It's fucking funny.
Yeah, it's the same thing as what we saw earlier this year with Pelosi versus the Squad. Is that the old guard just can't beat the radicals? It's watching a very old Muhammad Ali try to take on somebody in their prime. It's not a good fight.
So old Ali versus
it's like Larry Holmes.
Yeah,
just getting his ass kicked,
just murking him. It's oh god, you're watching a god die.
Yeah, it is. That was depressing as shit.
It was depressing as shit. Mike Tyson saw Lennox Lewis do it, and he said, I ain't gonna have that happen anymore. I'm gonna get him for you. So are there gonna be young Democrats who enjoy Pelosi and Schumer but hate the Squad? That they might see now and go, oh, those people are too crazy. And even the crazy ones that I thought were crazy before, they're not looking so crazy anymore.
Young Democrats are being convinced to become radical? Is that what you're saying? Or
No, are there young Democrats who really enjoy the old guard and see them as valuable and they shouldn't lose those type of policies and ideas that the new school is trying to kill. The new
No.
school is trying to kill the old school.
Okay, my experience having 3 very liberal sisters is that they're fucking gung ho for this like radical shit.
The
like,
new school must kill the old school.
I'll just call them leftists. Versus liberal. I would call somebody who's liberal is like the old school, and the leftists are the new kids on the block. And like my sisters, they are like they drank the Kool-Aid. It is
Heavy.
Like, oh yeah, they're
Jonestown, baby.
Yeah, it's Jonestown up in here.
Guyana.
So 2 of the signers already took their names off of it. I guess they buckled, and that's how you lose a fight is if people on your team start
immediately
backing down.
start quitting.
Yeah, like why were the Crusades successful? Because the Crusaders had nowhere to run home to, so they always held the line.
You only go forward.
Yeah, you can't go home. Your home's like 1,000 miles away. That's not gonna work.
So just take that guy's house. Just
Yeah,
gotta keep going forward.
So, yeah, so that was insanely entertaining to watch, and it's sad too that the people were saying, "Hey guys, open debate." It's like, boo, get out of here.
Shut up.
J.K. Rowling, you're a transphobe. Fuck
Also,
out of here.
Everyone in Harry Potter is gay now, but it doesn't matter. They're not gay enough.
Yeah, none of them are sleeping with trans people. Are you saying that trans people can't feel love too?
Trans people are invisible.
Oh boy.
But if there was magic, couldn't you just be like, penis of a dickifus?
Yeah, right.
And then
you could
boom, you just got a good working penis. So then you just change yourself, and then like, there's no trans. They're just dude.
I don't know. I'm not J.K. Rowling.
I don't know.
I'm not a big Harry Potter guy either.
That's okay.
But a little like side story of this. This is almost like, okay, like the open letter is the main game, but if you get the DLC, you'll see you'll see what's going on at Vox, which is so there's a little Twitter spat between
Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter. That's where real adults go to solve their problems.
240 words at a time. Or 480 now.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, they expanded it more?
Yeah.
I miss the 120 days. Yeah, really, I don't like reading long things. Short attention
TLDR.
span. So Matthew Iglesias and Ezra Klein were on. Well, Matthew Iglesias was one of the signers to the letter, and he tweeted something about like how we need open debate. And then Ezra Klein comes out and says, "Yeah, I get that, but we're also not about hate speech here at Vox. I thought you remembered that considering we founded this thing together." So they have like a little back and forth, and then eventually it ends with Iglesias saying, we've decided that, like we're not going to bore you guys with this, and we're just going to like agree to disagree." And I'm like, you guys had to have like some sort of like behind the Twitter agreement with your little like, these guys are like schoolgirls. Like, what are you doing fucking like trading insults on Twitter?
Oh, that's what everybody does.
I guess.
Everybody trades insults on Twitter. That's the game. Because even ironically, that's not even anonymous, but everything's allowed on Twitter. As long as you say the right thing.
Donald Trump doesn't say the right thing.
Yeah, he's the president, though.
Yeah.
And he's already slapped Twitter for putting a fake news fact check on one of his tweets.
Oh, yeah, that's a hilarious. Well, I don't even remember the episode we addressed that, but it was hilarious.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago or so. Yeah, so Twitter, man. I don't.
Yeah, we had a Demagogue News Twitter, and I was running it for about 5 tweets, and then I quit because Twitter is actually horrible.
Twitter's shit. I don't. It's awful.
I don't know how you can waste your life. Like, I literally felt mentally ill on Twitter, so I just deleted the shit.
That's fine.
Yeah,
it's interesting that even at that point, because Fox, you couldn't say Fox is anything but left wing.
Oh yeah, they've always
There's
been
nothing
liberal.
but left wing. But the fact that these two guys created a news agency, article, interesting op-ed news agency, online news agency, and one of them likes open debate, who made a news agency to do that, just that, to be able to put their ideas and opinions out there. That is successful.
Yeah,
They got money. They're everywhere. And the other one's like, no, we don't like that. We don't do that here. Okay, hold on. What the fuck is your business again?
Yeah, like where you are allowed to say whatever you want.
What? Yeah. I'm not even surprised.
Nah, me neither. So their editor-in-chief, Ms. Williams, comes up and she just says like, "Oh, well, these things happen, like, with businesses. Like, sometimes you have a difference of opinion." And I'm like, dude, why are you allowing them to air your dirty laundry out there? Like,
Now, sometimes they got transphobes and racists in your businesses, so you got to clean house
Oh,
sometimes.
amazing that you mentioned that, because one of the, I believe she's a writer for Vox, trans woman, said that after Iglesias's signature was on this letter, oh, Matthew Iglesias always been very supportive of me.
Still her boss.
Yeah, still her boss, by the way. Always been nice, but now that I've seen his signature on this letter, I feel threatened at the workplace. And there's a nice little civil rights amendment that happened very recently, where if you're discriminated against based on your gender identity,
it's a violation of I believe, is it the Civil Rights Act?
Yes, it is the Civil Rights Act. So
that's got great punitive stipulations if you break that. So what's the definition of break? How do you feel threatened? That, I guess, does it even matter?
I mean, obviously not threatened enough to find a new place to work, I guess.
No, because you still like your job, I guess. But she's economically held prisoner. That's why, Tom.
Ooh.
She's an economic prisoner. She's held beyond, against her will to have to work there, because if she doesn't, her life will fall apart. So now she's being forced. She's practically a 21st century slave, Tom.
That's what slaves used to do back in the day. They used to
bitch about their boss.
They used to tweet about it and get them fired.
Yep, because they could fire their plantation owner.
Yeah, that's right. We're getting a new plantation owner. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, better one. Blackjack and hookers. Speaking of blackjack and hookers, money. Let's talk about money,
Oh,
Tom.
yeah, you have a very, very personal experience with that.
So right now is a funky time. U.S. unemployment is at 12%, right? So 1 out of 10 Americans is out of work. In Nevada, specifically, because nothing exists in Nevada except for Reno and Las Vegas, it's at 25%.
Oh, holy shit.
And being that that's Nevada's numbers, that means it's actually more in Vegas because there's less industry in Vegas than Reno, I believe. So we're probably creeping close to 30%. So 1 in 3.5 people are unemployed in Las Vegas. No economic stimulus. On top of that, that means that no money's being made. For some reason, the businesses that are still running, that are essential still, do not have the capability to take or receive or use physical money. I've been seeing it all through stores. I saw it in California first, that apparently there's a shortage of coinage, and apparently paper at the Federal Reserve. So they require card only for a lot of businesses, which is fucked. Because how does the Fed run out of money?
Unless they just stopped.
I thought money machine go brr. I thought they make money. I thought we just made up $3 trillion to spend in the last couple months, but we're running out of money apparently. And I've heard this for the past couple weeks. I've known about this, and today I wanted to pull some money out of the bank. Bank of America, the largest bank in the United States. I believe it's the 4th largest bank in the world.
Damn.
And the top 3 are Chinese holding companies that deal only with construction. And it's China. They're massive. They're fucking. One of them is a concrete holding company. It's number 2 behind the National Bank of China. It's wild. And
I mean, all of them have government ties too, so
right?
They have unlimited funds.
Yeah, basically. So it's quite big, Bank of America. I went to an ATM. ATM didn't have any money in it. Oh, that happens. ATM doesn't have any money or can't dispense money right now. Okay, cool. I'll go to another one. Can't dispense money right now. I'll go to another one. Can't dispense money right now. I go to a 4th one. Cannot dispense money right now. I've taken half an hour to get money. I go to a 5th one, and this brick and mortar location is open. There's a line around the block, and I can pull money out. Are we running out of money? Are we turning into Venezuela right now? We're running out of physical paper?
Wow, these socialists are taking a little too far.
Hold on. The countries that's happened to, no country has ran out of money and fixed their problem. The greatest country to fix their problem with running out of cash was Iceland in 2008.
Really?
And yes, because they're the only country that uses the kroner, Icelandic kroner, and they had a lot of money out of Iceland in investments. And in 2008, that all fell apart, so the country ran out of cash. And so they got an IMF fund to
Oh,
stimulate their
man.
economy.
Dude, those interest rates are fucking garbage too.
Yeah, and you involuntarily got it by being a citizen of Iceland. Same thing happened in Greece, and Greece did just default on it immediately.
It's the Greek way to do business.
Default on it immediately. Zimbabwe doesn't use money anymore.
Yes, Bitcoin.
They still have their Zimbabwean dollars, but now they don't have enough physical paper.
Oh damn.
So now they actually only do bank transfers. Everybody's got a phone that can do bank transfer. If you get a taxi, you can bank transfer to the taxi man, the cabbie driver, and they don't use paper anymore. That's fucked.
Yeah, it is.
That's weird. In Lebanon, the country has more debts than there is physical money in the entirety of Lebanon.
Holy shit.
So for the past 2 years, I was watching a video on it that there are limitations to how much money you can pull out of your bank account. But places are so you can only use so much physical cash in Lebanon. Do I want the fiscal policy of Lebanon? Fuck no. So why is it that in the gambling city of the world, can I not pull physical cash out of a bank? That's fucked.
Might have to go to the strip club ATMs.
I don't want to. Well, actually, that's not a terrible idea.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Just go to the cage and get Go to the cage and get a credit withdrawal. There
Yeah.
you go.
You could also do that.
They just run it from your credit card and take it when you leave, and I'll have physical cash. I shouldn't have to go to private institutions to pull money out of my own bank account.
Shit, I hope that doesn't happen to Chase, dude. Like, my birthday's coming up.
Dude, that might be if Bank of America. How's Wells Fargo doing? And how's JP Morgan Chase doing? Because hold the fuck up. What do you mean? I can't pull money out. That is the most worrying thing.
Mm-hmm.
The inability to be liquid that's weird.
No,
that's a problem.
creepy.
That's what socialist countries do first.
I mean-
Is they stop the influx of money because they're going to change the money.
Also, like fascists, like Hitler really wanted a society without money, like without cash, but without money in the long run.
Right. So they wanted everything to be free.
They
Or-
want it all like I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. Like, okay, you know Star Trek? This is kind of like fucked. Star Trek is basically a fascist society.
Well, yeah, because there's the Federation. Yep.
Yeah, like in the Federation, like planets, they all like operate. Like basically, it's like the resources are put towards the best, like the best things. If you
So it's a
will.
meritocracy.
Kind of.
So if it's not required, you don't get anything,
Yeah.
and you can't change that either
Mm,
because it's not valued, so it has to just be thrown away.
yeah.
But also, you can make food out of nothing. So if you can make food out of nothing, you can fix a lot of problems. Because I can go to the replicator and just be like, boop, boop, boop,
Yeah.
cheesecake.
You know, I went 1990s Surge.
Surge? Oh,
You
no.
can get a Burger King, dude. It's fucking dope.
Surge?
Yeah, you can get Surge at Burger King.
Holy shit.
More like Surger King. Yeah, it's dope.
Fucking American King.
Yeah.
Yeah, we the king. Yeah, that's the most concerning thing I've had this week is that I have the inability to be liquid in my finances.
Yeah, it's actually
Because
scary.
I am the weirdo that doesn't believe in banks. If there's ever a bank run, I'm not gonna have a problem with it because I like to keep physical cash. I have it in places unknown to be able to be spent at any time, anywhere, untraceable because I'm a weird fuck like that. But if I can't pull my money out of my virtual bank account into real cash, that's fucking weird. And then places are not accepting cash.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. You can only use card? So on this dollar it says legal tender for all debts, public and private. It is literally illegal to not accept this for my debt of a sandwich. That's fucked. That's fucking weird.
No, it is. It's insanely weird and like, kind of un-American.
Kind of fucking un-American. The green stuff, cash is king.
You said that that Japan used a lot of cash, right?
Japan is very cash heavy.
Oh, I'm going there. I'm
Yeah.
moving there. That's it. I've
Yeah,
just decided
there's a
moving to
lot of
Japan.
places. There is a universal train card, what, a Sika card. Shit, I forgot what it was called. But they use train cards that can be used as a debit card. So obviously, public transportation is massive in Tokyo.
Mhm.
You're always going to be using your Suica card, is what it's called, and you can use it in businesses as well. They accept it as legal payment.
That's kind of cool.
But a lot of places take nothing, and they expect cold hard cash.
Man,
So there you go,
they know
fucking
where
physical
the
money.
freedom is.
It actually almost screwed me over for a second because I didn't have physical cash,
Yeah, it's not
and they didn't take U.S. bank cards, and
Fuck.
I was sweating for a little bit. But yeah, if I can't use physical cash, then what's the value of physical cash?
It's just paper,
Just paper.
like what it was originally.
It's always been paper. Yeah, that was disconcerting. That was
Yeah,
disconcerting.
that's very like depression-esque. Like,
Yeah, we don't accept that form of payment.
or
and
like, hey, we can't give you cash.
we can't give it to you.
Like,
Yeah, there's only one way to pay. Because if the Fed is stopping usage of physical money, are they trying to create deflation? Because there's not. So that's the thing, is that they need, if they start deflation because there's not enough goods, that means that the money inflates, doesn't it?
but no, like inflation is if you have too many dollars. So like,
Right.
you would be basically forcing the U.S. dollar to stabilize in value by not printing out anymore.
But deflation happens when there's not enough supply,
yeah, it's
or
when
there's too much supply.
Deflation is like when there's not enough money. Like, so that way, like, the value of your currency goes up, but your ability to get it goes down.
Right. So goods become cheaper because the dollar becomes more expensive. So it
Yeah.
becomes more valuable.
Yep.
Right. So that means that there's an oversupply of, because it's always the supply and demand
Mhm.
matrix, right?
Yeah.
So there's so much supply that it becomes so cheap that it's more valuable to have that dollar than that item,
Yeah.
right? So, but now we don't need, like, and the thing is that now most money is in ones and zeros.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a physical location where my big stack of money is. So, like, how do you even regulate that?
This is like really weird, like almost like,
Pseudo economics type of talk right now.
yeah.
I'm not smart enough for this, but I know. But the one thing I do know is it's a fucking problem. It's a fucking
that
problem.
we can agree on. Like,
Yeah.
It's like kind of creepy to like not be able to access like cash.
Yeah.
Because I'm not. What am I gonna do? Like swipe my card in this like stripper's butt cheeks? Like, no. Like, I want the fucking cash.
Well, no, you just get the implant, Tom.
Oh, hell no. The mark of the beast? Yeah, I'm good.
That's the freaky dicky thing. Is me and Tom were talking right before this podcast. What's going to happen to the Rona situation, depending on which president wins? Because obviously, behind everything, on all the crazy things that are happening, is the coronavirus. And what do you think is going to happen, Tom? When Joe Biden wins, what happens?
So here was because we were discussing this before. So my original thing was, if Joe Biden wins the presidency, all of a sudden coronavirus just will be like a non-entity. Like, all of a sudden, like, doors will
Bill
open.
Gates finds the cure.
Yeah, they'll be like, hey, this is all great now. Like, look at this Joe Biden. Like, Donald Trump, he was a really mean guy, and he was keeping you inside. But Joe Biden, he cured the coronavirus. You can go out. Life is great. Don't you love this guy?
Fucking cured cancer right there, son of a bitch.
Steve's was more nefarious, if you want to go into that.
Yeah, so Biden, you believe that Biden will save the world, and if Trump wins, then coronavirus just doubles down.
yeah,
and
that's
it's even
worse.
Yeah, and he's so inept he can't do anything. But I think if Biden wins, then the cure for the coronavirus is full martial law. Same thing that happened in China. Full on martial law. And a statement that I've said probably a couple months ago is that in the midst of the China fixing their coronavirus problems with 86,000 infections, 86,000.
Yeah.
We have millions now. China with billions of people at 86,000
Mhm.
is because and the other correlation of that fact is that they found when they changed the 5G for their cellular service, 12 million cell phones were missing. So was that 12 million people that were erased? Hold on. They used martial law and literally shut down fully. They were taking people by force. There were videos of people, they're welding doors and trapping people in their apartments.
That was disturbing.
And this is real. I'm not
Mhm.
making this shit up. This
Yeah.
is real. This happened in China. It was crazy. The two brand new hospitals they made in 12 days, amazing. Looked like prisons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That-
they didn't look like
They don't look like
hospitals.
fucking
They look
hospitals. They
holding
look like
cells.
fucking prisons. So if Biden wins, that's going to be the solution. Because China did it, and China's our friends. Xi Jinping, he's a sweet bear. He's a sweet little
Yeah,
bear.
good and nice.
He loves eating honey. He's got his little friends. He's great.
Actually, that's like the most bizarre thing too. Like Trump was accused of being cool with Uyghur concentration camps and trying to work out a deal with China, and at the same time, Joe Biden will say nothing bad about China.
They're good people. I assume they're good people.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they're amazing, says Joe Biden. And martial law being instated, and this mask thing will become hyper militant.
Whereas you can't go anywhere without a mask.
If you don't leave your house without a mask. if you're not in your car with a mask on. In fact, they will probably make tip hotlines. If you see someone without a mask, identify them with their location, and they'll have a social worker come out and give them a ticket. And, put them on some list somewhere as a shitty person
Yeah.
to be, dealt with later.
We might even adopt like a social credit system like China has, so that way like who the non-mask
Oh,
wearers
full
are.
Big Brother. Well, they'll be monitoring
Yeah,
everybody,
where you
and
don't
then when
get,
you
like,
see
say-
just center come up on your phone like, bing, bad person in your vicinity, where John Doe, 6'1", brown hair, 180 pounds, with a picture, and like this guy's a bad person, and you'll be shamed at it everywhere.
Yep. Yeah, John Doe isn't able to access flights.
He can't spend money because
Yeah.
now you can't use physical cash because
Mhm.
everything's on your card, and his card got canceled.
Yep. Like they can, if we go down that road, I will be recording anything else from my nice little place in Iceland.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking like Aruba.
Aruba?
Yeah,
It's-
or like Thailand. We'll just go there and exchange everything because we got enough money to live pretty comfortably in Thailand
Yeah,
for
we'll
a
just
couple
get
of
a bunch
years.
of bots. Yeah.
Yeah,
Be all right.
and then we'll make some online businesses because I think like if you make $200 a month in Thailand, you can like survive.
Wow. That's
So we can make 200 US on the internet somehow.
Jeez.
Yeah, and we'll just go to Thailand and just live on some beach somewhere that no one will fuck with us, and because the Western world will fall apart.
Yeah.
Because after that, there'll be a new vaccine. The vaccine will come out, and you will have to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, the beeper will come off. John Doe, no vaccine. Get him out of your businesses. Don't let him in because he's gonna kill your grandma.
he
with the
can't even
corona.
he can't even buy things.
Can't even buy things, and then that will be a badge on your shoulder. You'll have to have a little thing on your shirt to say that you're safe,
Mm-hmm.
and that you'll need that to pay for things too. And the dominoes fall.
Yeah. And if anybody who's listening is a Christian, this is what we call the mark of the beast, in which it will be on your right hand and your forehead, and you will need it in order to make transactions.
And that was literally written paraphrased from a book from thousands of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Revelation's getting a little too accurate here.
Yeah, it's getting a little creepy.
So yeah, world is weird. Like I hope this is like the Cold War-esque. Like we thought everything was terrible, then like, oh, it worked out in the end.
Yeah, then we'll get our 90s. Like,
Yeah. I like the night. Yeah. The Trump wall will come down. Mr. Trump Jr., you will tear down this wall.
also, I'm just saying, Donald Trump has spent. Well, I mean, I'm saying him. I should just say Congress, because in tandem with President Trump, they've spent trillions of dollars. The wall was only going to cost $25 billion. I'm pretty
I
sure
thought the wall was like $6.
$6 billion.
Yeah.
Okay, regardless, I'm pretty sure native tribes have gotten much more than the wall.
Yeah.
So, the wall needs to. What can I say? It needs to be built there.
just build it around California, please.
And then the seawall between us and China.
Yes, we'll a massive, beautiful wall
Uh,
made out of plexiglass.
Nobody's ever done this before.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Once we go to Mars, you'll be able to see it from Mars. You'll be able to see it from Mars. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
yeah, everything's weird, dude. It feels like Friday. Like, I want to go out and party, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be frank right
You
now.
want to go do that right now? We got stuff in the fridge.
Yeah. Let's start the night up.
Well,
Yeah.
this is Demagogue News calling out. The world has left the building, everybody. So find us on Facebook, find us on Instagram, and stay safe out there, everybody. Keep your head on a swivel.